don't make mistakes. I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
Is that the right Superman movie?
I thought so. Yeah, nailed it.
Word for word. I saw it in the trailer.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Next Issue podcast. On today's episode, we're just gonna kind of hang out. We do have a few things to talk about for sure, but it's a very loose day. Not a lot of structure here, as I think it's been expected from the show. But we do have some stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff to cover when it comes to like comics and movies and stuff that we watched. We won't talk in full detail about Superman today, although a few of us have seen it because Josh hates crowds.
Yep.
And he loves missing out on collectible buckets.
Yep.
He's waiting for the weekend to pass.
Apparently, Danny's been reading my my blog, so yeah, that's true. Both of those things.
Yeah. Well, that blog we put up for you is just a Google Doc that only I have access to. So, but
wait, that's not going out to the World Wide Web. Damn.
Not yet. I'm gonna publish it as your memoirs.
Oh, great. Okay. You'll make all of $3. So
that's pretty good. They publishing landscape after all the fees and everything.
Yeah, true.
Amazon take half your stuff. But before we get into all that stuff, we do have some quick hits, as Jeff has dubbed this segment, on the fly the other day when we first did it. Quick hits. We need a little infographic that's like quick hits and then like a ticker or something like the news ticker.
Can it just be
See, like as the text comes in and you hear like the sound of like cars like vroom, vroom. and then the voiceover is like quick hits.
But then we also have like a car explosion happens and like it's too long. Right, like the soundbite is just too long.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
So, all right, from Deadline. I don't know why I'm on Deadline, but this is the one place. And I like their headline. You know, shout out to Anthony D'Alessandro for what I consider a clever headline that tickled me. Superman leaps to 55 million on Friday, now flying to 115 million opening. Midday box office update. This was updated on July 11th at 1:26 p.m. So this is probably just like numbers from Thursday night and the early premiere screening. So Superman looks to be performing a little better at the box office than maybe people expected. Warner Brothers Studios, Superman is looking great. At a 55 million first day, including all those 22.5 million in previews. This put James Gunn directed movies on course to, as of this minute, to 115 million 3-day. The weekend's still young, and there's room for upside. Some are spotting it at 120 million opening. That's
Zaslav pulls it from theaters tomorrow.
Yes.
HBO Max today. Oh, welcome back, HBO Max. By the way, we missed you.
Did we?
I mean, I guess we missed the HBO of it all.
I will tell you guys when I see it on Sunday. If right as the movie starts, Zaslav bursts in through the back and goes, "Stop watching! It's a tax write-off." If so, I'll text.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a little feature at the beginning where instead of, because he's fired Porky Pig, it is now him saying, "That's all, folks." But like a very he just comes out of the same Warner Brothers circle. It's like very serious, like, "That's all, folks." So there's our first headline. Pretty good upside, I think. I don't know what Fantastic Four is trending, but I think it's got its work cut out for it when it comes to summer blockbuster. Although Jurassic World's doing all the money in the world too, so like it's got to be an impossible task to try to come up with these numbers.
Yeah, Jurassic World. It's getting a lot of positive buzz.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was a fine movie. I mean, it
Yeah,
didn't blow
same.
me away. It was like a very middle of the road like kind of movie. But yeah, there are people out there like when I say that, I hear people always like, "Have fun." Like, why? Where did the joy go in your movie watching? And I'm like, I don't know. It went with the good movies. I don't know.
What there was that little sound clip from an interview from James Gunn recently that he's like, I don't think people have superhero movie fatigue. They just have like mediocre movie fatigue. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense than like superhero comic. Like, it's not like people stop like we're like, I'm tired of westerns or like I'm done with crime films, right? I don't think you get bored of a genre if it continues to just be good and kick ass.
Well,
Yeah, I've always thought that. Like whenever, like, because the death of the superhero genre film genre has been talked about for, gosh, almost a decade now. I feel like. And I'm just like, yeah. For me, I'm like, but what are you talking about? We have like every year there's like 2 or 3 westerns that everybody goes nuts for, and like they've been talking about the death of the western since like the 40s. I don't even know how long it's been, 60s or whatever.
Killed western, but
well, okay, but this brings me back then to Thunderbolts, right? Because again, Thunderbolts is a great movie. So did audiences not go see it because based on trailers and the look of the film, it looked like another mediocre MCU entry? Or did they not go see it because they know if I wait 2 months, it's going to be on Disney Plus and I'll just watch it at home, right?
I think there's a little bit of that. I think also, like if you're going to compare Thunderbolts to Superman is obviously a bigger character, but it also felt like in the trailers he's the big giant monster kind of thing, and it looks like a bit more of a spectacle. Whereas Thunderbolts, like they positioned it as like we don't want to be the spectacle superhero movie because we think you're tired of that. This is our A24 drama superhero movie. They pulled it off well. I think it worked fantastically, but I think that might have also kept some of the people away that are like, no, give me big spectacle. Like I want an Avengers Endgame every single time. You know?
Right. Yeah.
It opened, I mean, that one opened at 74 million, or Thunderbolts opened 74 million, which is like about half of what's projected for Superman. But it's the Thunderbolts versus Superman, like, you know, and it as of right now, it's at a 382 million worldwide, which like that's nothing to scoff at either. Like,
yeah,
that's I feel like people's expectations of what just because a few movies have made 1 billion. Not everything has to get there, right? And I don't think that's just an unfair expectation for movies, because of, first of all, COVID has changed a lot of people's habits in movie viewing.
Yeah,
streaming has changed a lot of people's habits in movie viewing. People not behaving at the theater has changed a lot of people's preference of actually going to the theater. Like, there's a lot of factors there.
Yeah,
and then of course the quality of some of the films as well. So like it's not just one thing.
I don't think they've nailed exactly what people will return to the theater for yet. Because sometimes it surprises me what people will go nuts over. Like Minecraft, I did not expect Minecraft to do as well as it did.
Me either. But
I thought we were full on Jack Black fatigue, full on. Everybody in that movie, I'm tired of seeing. So. But then I did not grow up on Minecraft either, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think that with Minecraft, they like to me the two parallels are Minecraft versus Borderlands, right? Mm-hmm. And I think what Minecraft tapped into is just the multi-generational audience that has grown up with Minecraft, and we're just like, we're gonna go see this, right? Parents that grew up with it, with their kids who grew up with it, who are gonna go take them, and that kind of thing. So whereas Borderlands just
like raw Borderlands, like
right.
Look, nothing against Eli Roth. Well, maybe a little bit against Eli.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
he's got a very specific, probably like an audience, and also a very specific way to make movies. Also, there was a lot of issues with that film because it was like in not development, but like it was in post for a long time. So
Yeah.
but yeah, before we get off the Superman topic, I just want to show you my buckets.
Ooh.
This one I got on Tuesday at Cinemark. That way you know your options, and it's a
Is that
double-sided.
plastic or is
on
that
one
tin?
side. Yeah. Huh? Wait, what was that?
Is that plastic or tin?
No, this is tin.
Okay.
You hear that?
Nice. Oh, even the inside is decorated.
Yeah. It's got like little Action Comics and stuff.
Yeah.
So one thing I do not know is who the artist for this is.
I was about to ask.
I was talking to somebody on Instagram, and we were wondering, like, it looks like it could be Jorge Jimenez or it could be Dan Mora.
It
But
looks like there's a guy named Rochelo or something like that. It's very
But
French
the other
sounding.
concern was that they just got somebody in house to mimic their style, which I don't know if that part doesn't feel as good.
Yeah.
And then because I have seen the movie twice, I went to sometimes, Josh, when you don't have children, you could just go to the movies whenever you want.
Well, hey, she is 18, so I'm kind of at that point. But Hazel was wondering how you got to see it so early.
Oh, so that was through the Prime. Prime members got a special screening on Tuesday.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Amazon sometimes they can do a little good in the world.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Sometimes.
Anyway, go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
And by that I just mean they'll let me see a movie a few days later.
I think it's more like evil has its privileges.
Yeah, I guess so. That was the Lex Luthor screening.
Yeah, that was the Luther screening.
They took Superman entirely out of it. It's all Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah. And then on Thursday night, I went again to the Alamo, and this is their bucket.
I like that one better, actually.
I think so too. I think it feels like this one is like some kind of plastic, but it's really just kind of based on his suit.
Yeah.
This one's actually got
it's more unified.
But it doesn't have
like a good rubber, kind of bucket.
Yeah. What's in there?
Nothing. It's just nothing. There's nothing in the bucket.
Oh, okay.
It was just the bag that it came in.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, this one's nice too. And it seems, I don't use these to consume popcorn.
But you do make the best sandcastles.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Not with these though. Not with these. I 3D print my own sandcastle bucket. And then I'm planning on trying to watch it again at AMC, and then I'll see what they have. So we'll see. So all right. But we'll do a full Superman show in the future. Stay tuned. And also, we're working on a video about questions about the Superman film. So if you have questions, you can leave them in the description of the video, or in the not in the description, in the comments of the video, or we have a post on the YouTube channel as well. We do have a few questions already lined up. So, all right. Next,
I had when Danny went and saw it on Tuesday before I saw it on Thursday. My two most important questions for Danny were: is there a good time to go to the bathroom? And how many post-credit scenes, if any? Mm-hmm. And the answer are 2 post-credit scenes. And Danny says about an hour into the movie.
Did you think that was a good place to go to the bathroom?
Yes, I did not go to the bathroom. Like I didn't need to go.
Oh, you didn't need to? Okay.
I dehydrated like 24 hours beforehand, so
that's how Jeff uses the popcorn bucket. So
yeah. Smart. You can just use a cup, but all right. you need a bucket size full, I guess.
Yeah.
I will say, watching on the second time watching what I missed, I was a little sad that I picked that moment to go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Even though I already knew what was going to happen, watching it on the big screen was still pretty cool.
Okay.
And then there was one little bit that they hadn't shown in I guess they edited it out during the trailers or whatever. So there's like one little bit that they hadn't shown that was pretty surprising and pretty impactful. So, but now that I've seen it twice, I've watched the whole movie because I went to the restroom at different times. So
there you go. That's the way to do it. So now we know all movie producers. Danny will see a movie twice just to make sure that the moment he missed the first time going to the bathroom, he'll watch the second time.
And then the next time, and then if I watch it again, that'll just be to test my bladder to see if I can. That's more of a
You're gonna raw dog it.
Yeah.
Listen, there's still like 5 minutes of Solo that I have not seen because that's when I picked to go back and watch it again.
It's all right. It's just the 5 minutes where he explains how he did the Kessel Run. So
Yeah.
You just missed the actual Kessel Run scene because it was it's pretty quick, but it's long enough for you to go to the restroom.
I still don't know how he got his name Solo. That's all I know. So
that's okay.
It has to do with masturbation.
That's really early on in the movie, so you really couldn't hold it.
Yeah.
Also the are you guys going to the Alamo, Josh?
Yeah.
They have a really nice like pre-movie like
good, awesome,
very cool, very cool. Yeah, I liked it a lot. So you'll have a good time. So we'll come back to Superman. We'll spin back around the Earth and turn back time. And save the cat.
And then that poor kid's gonna get hit by her mom.
Somebody's getting slapped. All right. In other news, on the Marvel side,
who?
Marvel? They're the other studio that puts out movies.
There's only two of them.
Yeah. Marvel and the city of New York have erected a commemorative sign celebrating the iconic artist whose Lower East Side upbringing inspired the Marvel Universe. They have now renamed Yancey Street, or a portion of Yancey Street, to Jack Kirby Way.
I love it.
That's pretty cool. On July 9th, the corner of Delancey and Essex in New York City joined the Marvel Universe for a day in honor of seminal artist and creator Jack Kirby. So it was renamed. Delancey Street was renamed Yancey Street and Jack Kirby. Okay, so I thought that Yancey Street was a real place.
No, I thought they did do the renaming with both of them, right?
God, that's good luck, Google Maps. So that was fun, and then like it's some of his relatives. His granddaughter was there.
That's good.
That was always very cool. I like that a lot. I mean, obviously it's marketing for the Fantastic Four film, so you gotta always see I hate being so cynical about nice stuff, but that's kind of the world we live in.
It is.
Well, in about 2 days, somebody's going to come along and put Stan Lee right over Jack Kirby Way and take credit for the street.
Yeah. And then all the people that live there are going to come out and surround that person, and then someone's going to say it's clobbering time. They're going to beat the shit out of them. So,
say it. All right.
I have an interesting callback to that when we come around to comics. So
great. All right. Now, before we get into what we've been watching and reading this week, I prepared what I feel it's a fun game.
I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, oh, this is fun for you.
We all know Josh and Jeff are manga experts.
Oh no!
So today we have a new edition for Guess the Real Manga with the Ridiculous Title.
I am going to fail this spectacularly.
This may be easier than you think. You never know. Like, some of these titles I don't even believe that they're real. So what I've done here is I was going to just do it for any manga, but I wanted to hone in. So I went into the Viz Media app, which is the app where you can just read all the Viz manga. It's a good subscription. This is not sponsored, but it's a great price. I think for like $3 a month, you can read like all the manga that's not shonen pretty much from Viz. And I just looked through their titles and I was like, all right, let me pick some of the real large ones, the real long ones. And then and then I'll include some titles that are fake that I made up. So there are only 4 questions. There are only 4 rounds here, but you guys let me know.
You lost me at Viz and Shoshin. So
now going into this, first I'll ask, and we can start with you, Jeff, and then you can jump in, Josh. How do you feel about this challenge?
I'm ready to go. My experience with manga is I worked in a bookstore for 15 years, and I did not pay attention to it the whole time.
I am fully in with this, partly because I've had this exact old man Shakespeare stick cloud discussion with my daughter at the bookstore. I'm like, what is this title? What does it mean? I don't understand. It makes no sense. What is a haunted toilet?
Yeah. This might lead to other games that are in a similar vein, especially because Josh just told me a very interesting thing about a Batman plotline, and I feel like a ridiculous plotline.
I do think I was wrong about I was wrong about my central point about that, but he
I
did.
think the premise is still valid.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Go ahead. Let's do it.
Oh, go ahead.
Number 1.
Go ahead.
No. I was going to say it would be a fun game to do comic book plot line or soap opera plot line, because they're kind of
similar. and they're all by Chris Claremont.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, here we go. Round number 1. We have the choices are The Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle, My Eternal High School Love Confessed to Me on the Last Day of Earth, My Childhood Friend is a Cyborg Assassin Sent from the Future. Which of these is real? Jeff, we'll start with you, and then you can chime in, Josh, and then we'll flip it.
Only one is real.
Only one of these 3 titles is real.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the so the way I'm gonna go about this is if it can be turned into a song at the end of an anime. There are those weird songs at the end of the animes that are like, just explain what you just watched. And just going on that alone, I feel like My Eternal High School Love Confessed to Me on the Last Day of Earth. That sounds like something that would be real to me. Because I could hear like, my eternal love. I could hear it in my head.
A real power ballad at the end of the anime.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay. Now these are manga, but you're right. A lot of these have been adapted, the real ones have been adapted into anime.
Listen, they're just as capitalist as we are, so
sure.
Yeah.
Josh?
That was actually the one I was going to go with too, is B. C sounds like the manga version of Terminator. So I think
C is the one I would read the most.
But I'm going to go with B, because that is a ridiculous manga title that I think is real.
And the answer is Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle.
Damn it. I would rather read B.
A Japanese manga series by Kajigi Kumonamata, where a kidnapped princess named Cialis, that's an interesting name.
Really? Cialis.
Spends her time in captivity trying to get a good night's sleep despite being held captive by the Demon King. Her main goal is to find comfortable sleeping conditions within the Demon Castle.
Oh, God.
I mean, we've all been there, right? Who hasn't had a sleepless night?
This is the game where Josh realizes why he doesn't read that much manga. So
that was my follow-up before we go to round 2. Would you read this manga? Would you check it out? No, Josh, this doesn't call to you.
No.
How is it one? How many volumes are we talking?
Well, you don't have to keep reading it. I'm just saying, would you want to check out the first volume?
Maybe. Yeah. I check it out if it made me laugh. Because
and I wanted to put the art so you guys could also see like kind of what the interiors look like.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I feel like not being able to get a good night's sleep is a universal feeling for us all.
Agreed.
I just don't want to read about that. So I want to be taken away from my insomnia.
maybe she has some tips and tricks you can bring into your real life.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know how easy it is to get a warm glass of milk in a demon castle? Everything's on fire.
I just assume there's like creepy teats on the wall you have to milk. So it is extra warm though.
Let's see.
And the screams of the undead act as ASMR.
There is
like
probably
drones out everything else.
There's probably a lot of nails scratching stuff in a demon.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's all in how you look at it.
All right. Round number 2. I accidentally joined the cult of magical girls while trying to buy milk. Dead demons, dead destruction. The bilingual curse of Shibuya High.
Oh my god.
So we'll start with you, Josh, on this one.
I'm gonna go with A. I'm just gonna go with the most ridiculous one I could possibly imagine.
All right, Jeff.
I hate this game. I feel like dead demons, the dead destruction is the dumbest title I've ever heard. But then there's something called dead Dan, or however it's said.
There is something called Dan. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I feel like there's precedence there. But just to be different from Josh, I'm going to go with the bilingual curse of Shibuya High, even though that sounds like a CW show.
Is the plot of C learning a language? Like, what is happening in manga?
Well, let's find out.
It's like the OC, but with a curse.
Yeah.
It's the Babel Tower. The Tower of Babel of this high school. All right, let's find out. The real one is dead demons.
Did the cat end up on the keyboard when they were writing the title of this out? I'm so confused.
So this is a manga series by Inio Asano, known for its unique blend of slice of life and sci-fi elements. The story follows 2 high school girls, Kadode Koyama and Oran Nakawa, as they navigate daily life in Tokyo while an alien invasion unfolds overhead. Now, I'll tell you this I would want to check out the first chapter, but I don't know. Jeff, what do you think? Would you want to read this?
I couldn't get past the title. No.
I'm with Danny on this one. I would want to check this out, mainly just figure out what the hell a de is.
I will say I would also read the I joined the cult while buying.
Yeah, milk. I would too. Yeah, while buying milk, I would 100% read that.
All right.
No, this game hurt my feelings too much.
Let's go on to the next round. Round 3. Even if the world ends in 17 days, I'll still write you love letters.
Beautiful.
I'll give it my all tomorrow. The tragic comedy of werewolf, pianist, and the vampire who can only drink wine 8 in moonlight.
Okay, can I just point something out? As somebody who studies surrealism, C is straight up an early example of an exquisite corpse. That is just pulling random words out of a hat, making a syntactically correct sentence. So
we're gonna come back to that in a second. Jeff, I think you go first on this one.
I am going to go with B, because it also sounds like a comedian's memoir.
All right, Josh?
I am also going to go with B, because my previous attempts at going with the most ridiculous one have been wrong. So I feel like this is probably it, even though there's no random word made up of consonants and vowels. So
I will say throwing an ellipses in your title is pretty bold.
All right. That does seem like a thing that probably would not do, that manga probably would not do just grammatically. I don't know if they use a lot of ellipses over there.
Oh God, if it's C, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
I will say, even if the world,
Oh, I know this one. I've seen that.
My All Tomorrow is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Shunjo Ono. Shisu Oguro is a 40-year-old salaryman going through a midlife crisis. He quits his job of 15 years to find himself, despite being a single parent living with his teenage daughter and elderly father. Oguro embarks on a hapless journey to achieve his dream of becoming a manga artist.
I think I've read this.
Well, you guys got it right. And it sounds like at least Josh would read it.
Yeah.
Jeff,
I'd read it. I'd read it.
I feel like this might hit too close to home.
Yeah, it sounds depressing as hell. Yeah, it's.
But doesn't this also sound like the stuff you guys like from all the Gen X comic writers like Dan Clowes and?
I mean, it does kind of have an. What's the American God?
Oh, yeah.
Splendor.
Yeah, Harry Styles. It's
nice.
That's right.
Because it's a movie.
Movie. That first title sounds like an
Picard. Harvey Picard.
Harvey Picard. Yes.
Yeah.
So you said that you were going to say something about the first title, Jeff.
I said it sounds like an Image title. It sounds like a Jason Aaron kind of like, you know.
It does sound, especially with his. I just read the first volume of that. Falling in Love on the road to hell or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty good actually. You guys,
it's a great comic. It's a great comic.
I think what it is I almost picked this for Comic Book Club because I read a review when it first came out.
I bet we did the Ichiro manga maybe instead or something like that. Because I
think you're right. Yeah.
All right, the last round. So I hope you guys get different answers, and also one of you gets the right one, or we'll have a tie, which will be hilarious as well. I love an exercise in futility in the show. All right, let's check it out. Round 4. That time I became the legendary sword, but I'm just trying to get to my math class on time. B is I fell in love with the hero's ex-wife, who's also a time-traveling witch. And C is firefighter, Daigo of Fire Company M. I think Josh starts on that one.
I feel like it's going to be C, but I'm going to go with A because that just sounds like whatever the term is for you enter a different manga. What's the word for that?
It's isekai. The isekai.
Oh, you're isekai. Yeah, that sounds like an isekai. So I'm gonna go with A.
All right, Jeff. What about you?
I think I'm gonna go with the most obvious one, firefighter.
I like that you think there's an obvious one in here.
Well, that one feels like Power Rangers to me, and you know.
Fair enough. All right, let's see it. It is firefighter.
Good job.
This is a manga series by Masahiro Soda, focusing on the rookie firefighter Daigo Ashihani and his unorthodox methods in Fire Company M. The series explores Daigo's journey as he navigates the challenges of firefighting, including his reliance on instincts and the consequences of his unconventional approach. What is an unconventional way to fight a fire? I can't wait to find out. This is probably
he uses more fire. He fights fire with fire.
Oh,
he farts on it.
Did you say he farts on it? That sounds dangerous. That's pure methane coming out.
Yeah.
It is. You know what? It's unconventional. It's
unconventional. It is. He's
most unconventional.
He's trying to blow it away from the other fire or the building.
He's trying to get it to burn itself out.
Yeah, right.
Taking it all the oxygen away. All right. Well, Jeff, you're a manga champion, manga expert. Congratulations. This was a lot. I had a good time.
Please send your manga questions to me. I know you're supposed to read it backwards.
That is manga expert at nextissuepodcast.com. God, don't send emails there. I mean, you can, but it won't go anywhere. Yeah. before we move on, Josh, you mentioned the phrase "exquisite corpse." Can you
Yes.
explain to me again what that means?
Sure. Wow. So, the early surrealists were all writers, and they came up with a writing game as a way, anyway, where the writing game was if there were, say, 5 of them playing, each of them would pick a different type of word. So, like an adverb, an adjective, a noun, a verb. So, collectively, every word that they chose would make a grammatically correct sentence. But they didn't know what word each person was going to come up with. And the first time they played the game, the sentence they came up with was the exquisite corpse drinks I think it's like the red wine or the soft wine or something. And they liked this. So they took that phrasing of the exquisite corpse and turned it into a writing game. And then later it turned into a drawing game. So a lot of people that take drawing classes will invariably do an exquisite corpse, which is like the 3 of us. If we were doing the drawing version, we would fold a piece of paper up into thirds, and Jeff would draw the top part, but he wouldn't. Then when he drew that, he would turn to the next blank area and just extend 2 lines down, and then hand that to you, Danny. And you would only have those 2 lines, and you would draw the middle portion, and then some of the lines would extend to the bottom part, and you'd hand that to me, and I wouldn't see the other areas, and I would just draw the bottom part, and then you unfold it, and you get this crazy drawing.
So the reason I ask is because Image has an ongoing series put out by James Tynion called Exquisite Corpses.
Yeah.
And you just blew my mind because every issue has an additional extra writer that comes in for that issue and an additional artist. So I'm wondering how loose of because Michael Walsh and James Tynion are kind of writing the structure narrative.
Okay.
But I think everything having to do with the individual characters or like more centered on other stuff. Like I wonder how much of that is just kind of them left to their own devices, based on what you just explained to me that phrase means. And then I'm like, first of all, damn, I'm very ignorant. But also, well,
I'm a giant fucking nerd is the thing. So.
Can you imagine how much better my review of the first issue would have been? I know what the phrase exquisite corpses meant. I've done multiple videos on this series, and now I have something else to bring. So thank you, Josh. Thank you for explaining that.
You're very welcome. I mean, look. It's not on you. It's kind of up to them to explain it. I think.
Maybe I just didn't. I don't read the other parts of the book that don't have.
That's true. Yeah.
But maybe they did. So, all that to say, you should read Exquisite Corpses.
I should.
They've only put out 2 issues, and it's very, very good.
Okay.
Now I'm even more excited knowing that, and then I guess I will look into like how loose of a structure that these other writers have, these other creators, because it's both, but they're having both artists and writers kind of add their own little piece to each of the issues. So wow, okay, mind blowing, great.
That's
we learn
great.
something every day on this podcast. Every day, at least I do.
Usually not for me though. It's you guys. So
I don't know about that, Josh. You're
the professor.
I know, but I know this much about one thing, or I know this much about one thing, and this much about everything else. So
I will say, like, I know, like, because of the world we live in, our society doesn't put a lot of like value, like monetary value, on the stuff that you're an expert on. But I find it fascinating.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad.
I feel like we should obviously encourage that more, because then you wouldn't just have any kind of random, and I'm not saying me, but like just any random idiot on the internet spouting nonsense. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Read a book, kids. Which leads us right on. It's a great segue because you guys know I'm not a book reader. But after a trailer came out for an upcoming film with Ryan Gosling called ProjectHailMary.
Oh, yeah.
Which is based on a book by the same author who wrote The Martian. And I should have pulled up the name of the author.
Andy Weir, I think.
Correct. It is Andy Weir. So because my brother just listened to the book on Audible, and we have a shared account or family account, whatever. This morning, I listened to the first 3 chapters of Project Hail Mary, and it is very good.
Oh, cool.
I feel like I have momentum. I'm gonna keep reading this. It's only a 16-hour listen.
Okay.
And there's a lot of downtime between like driving and stuff like that. Or like this morning while I was putting all that stuff together, I was just listening to the book. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I think listening through the first 3 chapters, I understand, and there's a whole big thing about, I don't want to say the name of the protagonist because that's a whole big plot point in the book.
Hmm.
But I understand now why they cast Ryan Gosling in this role, and that makes me very excited. People on the trailer reaction also are very pumped. Like they kept recommending that I check out the book, which is another reason I did it. And then also maybe because I'll make a few videos about me reading a book.
You know, when the book came out, because I read The Martian, and I enjoyed The Martian. I like that it has a lot of like real science in
Yeah.
it, you know, which I imagine Hail Mary does as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when Hail Mary came out, like people at first were kind of like, it's okay, and so I kind of skipped it. But now people are going nuts over it. It's like making a lot of like people's like, oh, I've picked this up, even though it was published years ago. Like people are like, oh, this is like the best book I've read all year or whatever. So
yeah, and
I might need to go back and pick it up. Also,
they immediately pivoted to like reissuing it with the cover from the movie.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? Huh. Well, for book people hate movie covers on their books. So I saw a TikTok that was like, if you want to get it without the movie cover, you got to get it before. I think the movie cover comes out in August when they start reprinting the books with all the movie covers. So you're like, you got to get it now. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with Ryan Gosling on the cover of your Hail Mary book.
Which I wouldn't mind because I'm a movie person. But yeah, I can see how somebody would want to probably get the original. I will also say this book is read by Ray Porter, who's very good. Like, because it's only one person, so they have to do all the voices, and there's like, you know, whatever the gender or whatever, like whoever the affectation or wherever they have to be from, like they have to kind of pivot. And I think that's a very specific talent to make it seem believable. Like you're not just like playing at a voice, like it actually feels like different characters. You can obviously
so it's not
tell
like
the same. Yeah.
Like if you were listening to like Sherlock Holmes and he's like, "Hello, Moriarty.
Yeah.
I'm going to solve me at puzzle right now," is what Sherlock said.
Wow. Are you from the UK?
I was going to say today, Jack has a great Cockney accent.
I mean, great to us. I think if we have any viewers in the UK, they might hate it, but to the untrained American
I was doing
ear,
my best Sherlock Holmes.
So yeah, I think that's a very uncanny talent too, just to be able to do all the voices and like make it. Because this isn't like when they, you know, they reissued like the Sandman, or they doing like an audio drama of the Sandman where they actually cast different people, right? This is just one person reading it. So yeah, it's a very specific talent, but it's really, really fun. And I'm enjoying the book so far. Like Jeff mentioned, there's a lot of like just the characters talking science, and that was one of my favorite things about the Martian film. That like just watching Matt Damon do science shit, like he calls it, like,
science the shit out of this.
So, and of course, there's a lot of like the premise of the book is very interesting as well. I don't even want to give anything away. I feel like it's just you get so much, and the framing device of the story, how it's being told, it's also really interesting. I think if you've seen the trailer, you might know a little bit about, because my brother mentioned he hasn't seen the trailer, or he didn't want to watch the trailer until he read the book, because people had told him there was a big spoiler for the movie and the book, which I understand. Like you got to hook the movie audience with something like more than, well, I don't know. All I needed was Ryan Gosling doing space stuff, but like I guess the average person needs a little bit more of a push. So yeah, I recommend it. if somebody invited me to a book club for this, I would be like, all right, yeah, I guess why not? Let's just give me a month, because it will take me a while to get through 16 hours, just because of all the other. I mean, I'm about to spend 9 hours this weekend with Superman, so like I need a little bit more time to do other stuff, you know. Which I hadn't done. The only other movie I've seen 3 times on the opening week was Batman v Superman. And that's also because I had a fan screening early in the week, and then I was able to watch it twice over the weekend. So I don't know. Cinema may be back. We'll see.
Danny single-handedly upholding Hollywood.
Like Atlas, right?
Yeah.
The world, which Superman has helped by giving him a day off so that he can visit his daughter. So Superman took the place. That's one of the stories. If you haven't read that,
is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's the story where Atlas is holding up the world, and Superman goes like, I think once a decade or something like that. He goes to see him, and he takes his place so that he can go visit his daughter.
Oh, that's cool.
But Superman does that not knowing whether Atlas will ever come back or not.
Oh.
So yeah, it's like a one shot somewhere. I don't even remember where I read it. I'll look while you guys are talking about other stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a really, really cool story. It might have been just like a bunch in Superman or Action Comics or something. You know what? It might have been a Tom King thing.
That does sound like Tom King.
Sounds very Tom King-ish.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. Let's go to Josh. You watched a lot of very interesting. Well, I guess a few interesting things. So let's start with that. Why don't you tell us what you've been watching?
Sure. So finally watched Sinners. Watched it Wednesday night. man, is that movie good. So
HBO Max now?
Yeah.
So no excuse for you not to watch it at home?
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it in the theater.
I just want to tell you.
I'm better than Josh.
You are.
Probably off guard. Jeff is he woke up on the funny side of the bed today. I will say, and spoilers for Sinners. So if you haven't watched Sinners, come back in a minute. The scene where the barn literally burns down because of the music.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of the coolest things I've ever watched on a movie screen.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it wasn't until I think that scene that I realized the movie. I think particularly in the second 2/3 is comprised of just a lot of long single shots, right? Not like Birdman does, but like that scene I believe is all one shot. So. There's a couple others in there as well, but man, it is just it is a brilliant movie. It's really great. The whole cast is phenomenal, and even when we got done and they were playing, which I want to give props to a movie where there's an end credit scene that is absolutely vital to the plot, right? Because it's like the movie, again, spoilers, the movie ends. And you start getting the end credits, and then it goes into a whole scene that is basically like the capstone of the movie. I mean, it completely ties everything up. So, where's I going with that? Oh, but neither Hazel or I realized that was Kate Bishop. Like, she is so good in that movie that I didn't even realize it was her. So, absolutely phenomenal.
And I understand why Shameik Moore is so sad now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I am a little bummed not having seen it in the theater because I felt like, because I was asking, so we saw it because Hazel saw it in the theater with her friend. And then came home and immediately was like, I cannot wait for you guys to watch this. And then we had to wait for it to hit, HBO Max.
Well, you didn't, but.
But I feel, because I was asking her, I was like, does the screen resolution, is it as obvious in the theater as it is when you watch it on a home screen, right? Because like it goes from that IMAX, you know, like with the banding up top to then it like expands to fill the screen and comes back down again. And she was like, yeah, but it didn't feel as abrupt, I guess. So I don't know. It's an absolutely phenomenal movie. I kind of wish they would re-release it in the theaters, and maybe if it gets Oscar noms, they will, because I would love to go see it on the big screen. So,
Oh yeah, if you get a chance to watch it on IMAX or 70 millimeter, like any of those large, cool formats,
yeah,
you definitely should. I agree. I think. I mean, we might do a whole thing about it. That we could do a whole thing on that movie because it's incredible. Michael B. Jordan acting with himself.
man.
My goodness.
I was reading afterwards. I always do this. I do a deep dive into like the trivia on IMDb, and I was reading that the what comes across as just a very casual shot at the beginning of the movie where they're passing the cigarette to light it between each other was like the most complicated shot in the movie, because they had to like completely block out where each of them was standing and passing it, and then when they went to go sit down and actually like they had it, I guess, storyboarded, but when they actually had to practically figure it out, it became even more complex. Yeah. And I just love the effort put into making such a simple scene seamless, you know,
Yep.
like to bring that all together. So,
yep. And I love the change of like the first hour of it is like one movie.
Yeah.
And then you're watching a completely different movie for the second half. So it's great.
I mean,
yeah, it's great.
And that first hour is fine. It's a little slow, but I feel like once the second half begins, it just ramps up. So
yeah, I mean, it is slow, but like the performances are so good, like you don't even think about it. Delroy Lindo, I'm like,
oh man,
what a freaking gem! Like when they're driving back, and he sees like all his, I guess the people that he knew there on the chain gang.
Yeah,
and he got, he was able to get out, and then they start singing. Yeah, it's just incredible stuff.
It's also it does that the quintessential good storytelling thing where it always shows rather than tells.
Yeah.
Which is just phenomenal. It's done so well in this movie.
And I did want to go get some fried catfish too afterwards.
Oh,
too, like,
I know, right? Oh my god!
I know what that tastes like, and I like all this stuff. But not everything that we're cooking, but a lot of it. Like it's also something that we do here in Texas, and there's places that have really good food. So, corn alcohol, maybe not as much, but everything else.
I do like. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's the first movie where I wanted to buy the soundtrack immediately after watching the movie that has come out in a while. I mean, there are movies that have like good soundtracks and everything, but like this one is just like, oh, this is separate from every other like movie soundtrack. You know, it's special.
I think. Go ahead, Josh.
Well, I will say the only thing that left me a little uncertain is there's one, I think, fairly critical plot hole that at least I don't remember them ever explaining. And that is the again, spoiler, so skip ahead if you don't want to hear any of this. The main vampire keeps saying that he wants I'm blanking on his name, the main guitarist, the performer.
Sonny, I think.
Yeah, Preacher Boy. Yeah. That he needs him, and he implies he can release him from being a vampire, I guess from being immortal, but they never really explain how or why, but that's the motivation.
Well, I mean, he can release him from by turning him into a vampire, he'll release him from being mortal. But he does that because then also they all experience everything together, like it's like they're all connected.
Okay.
Which is why he wants his talent so that he can be through music kind of reconnect with his own, because he's been alive.
Okay. That now makes sense. That's what that's the missing piece I didn't quite get.
I love that after the barn literally burns down and we see all the different cultures.
Yeah.
There's a scene right after where the vampires are doing like an Irish jig.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think on Letterboxd I put like, man, white people can't let us have nothing, huh? Like, we're having a good time. There you go. You're trying to break into the party. Like, look what we can do. It's just a little Irish jig. Yeah, it was really funny. It was great. It was just a very, very good movie. So, yeah, we might do a Sinners thing later on, or maybe talk about it during our favorite stuff of the year. It'll definitely be something we touch on again.
Oh, sure. I would be shocked if it doesn't get an Oscar nom, honestly. So,
for sure.
Yeah. And then
if it doesn't, then it's Hollywood getting back at Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
For being black.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's done nothing wrong except make
his own. How dare he get his own movie rights back in 25 years?
Right, exactly.
Well, until this upcoming Sunday, the last time I went to the theater was to see Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme.
Oh.
Which I can't remember. Have I discussed that on the show?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay. I kind of went into it a little cold. I think I kind of burned out a little bit on Anderson. It was great. I think it's my second favorite Anderson movie at this point.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
what's your first?
It's still Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Which it's funny because I feel like that was the movie where there is this very clear turning point in his films. Like prior to that movie, they were all very kind of slice of life stuff. And then that was the first one where it takes on this kind of like bigger plot.
Yeah.
And The Phoenician Scheme is like the biggest plot of all. Like it just, and all the actors are great. There is a completely wonderfly Wes Anderson ridiculous sword fight at the end. I mean, just great. It's just it's worth watching. All the actors are phenomenal. I feel like he's even starting to kind of nail his humor a bit more, where it plays into his approach to filmmaking, like his style. There's just a running gag with one of his kids having a crossbow that is just really funny. Anyway, it's good. Yeah, really liked it. I would say, if you're not the type to want to spend $20 to go see it in the theater, although I would argue it's worth it. Once it comes to streaming, definitely go check it out. So,
I think it might be already on BOD, but yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And if you get tired a little bit of Wes Anderson, you can always throw in a little Paul Thomas Anderson, and then throw in a little Paul W.S. Anderson. Like, maybe watch a Pineapple Pizza and a Resident Evil movie, and then get back to Wes Anderson. So like, there's a lot of Anderson for you to pick.
There's a lot of
Anderson makes movies as well. They're not as good, but I mean, Barbarella. No, not Barbarella. What's the Stanley comic called? Stripperella. Thank you.
Oh, Stripperella. And then if you really need a different, go see Laurie Anderson in WKRP in Cincinnati. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And Anderson for every occasion.
Yes, but that's it. I've just seen those two movies. Kind of still doing my ab-fab watch through, but other than that,
I think I talked about all this. I really haven't watched anything but Superman this week and just like regular TV shows. I did watch the second half of the Abbott Elementary Sunny crossover.
We haven't watched that yet, but we watched the second episode that dropped.
Okay.
Which is phenomenal. It's like it's the kind of thing where if you've been a longtime Sunny fan, you're pretty sure you know where it's going, and then it totally tricks you at the end, which is great.
Nice.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's really it. So what about we'll go to Josh, and then we'll probably just get into comics from there.
You mean Jeff?
Jeff. Yeah, sorry.
I also watched Superman this week. I watched the documentary. What was it called? The Image Revolution documentary,
Yeah.
which kind of chronicled the rise, near fall, and then return of Image Comics.
I think I've seen that. Is that the one on Amazon Prime?
It's on a bunch
yeah,
of
I think
places free.
it's on about. So I caught it on the Shout Studios YouTube page. They were just
Oh, wow,
live
okay.
streaming it randomly earlier this week. So I just missed like the first 10 minutes of it, and I was just like, I don't know, this is the best thing to watch on TV right now. It's on this live YouTube live stream. It made me miss my Gen X '90s days. May have been the last true kind of punk rock, damn the man era. So, but yeah, it was good. It was good. I also I've been into like watching documentaries this week. I watched PBS American Experience on the Gilded Age.
Oh, wow.
Which was very informative. We've learned nothing as a society, and still
Right.
all the rich people run rampant with all the power in the country. Nothing has changed in the last 150 years. So we've learned nothing. So that's good. It's been a fun week of television watching.
Nice.
You want me to just move into comics?
Yeah, let's get into comics. While
right.
you're doing that, I did find the story I was telling you about earlier about Superman and Atlas. It's called Superman's Day Off, written by Robert Venditti and with art by Scott Hepburn. It's part of the DC Digital First Comics, the Superman Man of Tomorrow series, issue number 12. And it's funny because the whole thing is one part that I miss is that Superman asked the Justice League to cover for him because he's taking a day off. But the reason he's taking a day off is so that he can help Atlas take a day off. So yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Superman's a good guy. Like, and if that's not the way you've seen it, like, I don't know that you've read many Superman comics. So yeah, you check it out. It's on the DC Infinite app. I don't know if these were ever printed somewhere else, but that's as much as I can tell you about it. So, all right, go ahead, Jeff.
I haven't read everything for this week, so just the stuff that I have read. Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman #2.
Oh, yeah.
This is a super fun issue in which the middle Trinity has been 3 different versions of her are such a complex story. This one has Jason Todd in it. That's all you need to know. A young Robin Jason Todd in it, and it's very funny.
And it's called a Corgi in the Family or something like that, right? Like the title of this one.
Yeah,
I think because it's time travel shenanigans. Like they're using, because the first one was called like Crisis on Infinite Corgis. So like they're just doing riffs on Superman on classic DC titles with throwing the Corgi word. We're throwing Corgi in the title because Lizzie has a Corgi or a couple of Corgis. So
yeah, have you been reading any of this, Josh?
No.
It's a small chunk. So earlier in the
comics, and he has no time for this nonsense.
No time for Wonder Woman and the Corgis. I'll skip on to Archie and the Jay and Silent Bob. Something Josh is familiar with. This is way more Kevin Smithy than I thought it was going to be.
It is very Kevin Smithy, yeah. But I do like the balance, which is he doesn't really make the Archie characters Kevin Smithy,
No. They're just like, what the? They're a little bit like Kevin Smithy, but like it is very much a layover of like the Archie characters are just laid up on top of the USG characters.
I just find it funny that apparently Riverdale can't be that far from Jersey, but I've never thought of Riverdale as being like near Jersey.
I think there's like Indiana somewhere, very Midwestern.
I do. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
It's cool that even like if you've seen Clerks or haven't seen Clerks, like there's like direct things that happen to Dante.
Oh, there's like tons of call outs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
also Also, if you're not caught up with all the Clerks
See,
movies, major spoilers.
That's the problem. I brought this home, and Hazel saw it. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to read that when you're done." And then I read it. I'm like, I hate to say this. You've got to watch all 3 Clerks movies before you watch this because it will spoil all of them for you. So,
Yeah, I've not seen that last Clerks movie, so I was like, oh, so that's what happens.
oh no, you hadn't? Oh, it's a huge spoiler. Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, I got the
Kevin Smith did say like this is officially canon in his universe now. So,
is it even streaming anywhere? I don't know if I've seen it streaming.
It's on my Plex. Thanks to Danny, actually. So yeah,
it's always weird with his movies. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because he owns. I think he like has all the distribution, so it's like they're small little things. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, this latest issue of Action Comics. What is this? 1088. There's something that I find so important that happens in this comic. It's when as Clark is young and he's learning to fly across the country, he's holding a map. This is my big thing about characters that fly. They can fly across the country. Is how do you know where you're going? Because you don't, unless you have some kind of internal radar or an Iron Man navigation. Like, there's no. I'd have to follow the highways. Like, and 100%, he talks about following the highways and carrying a map with him for the first like however long it is until he starts learning how to fly across. And I 100% appreciate Mark Waid for that because that is my biggest problem again with flying.
I appreciate that the way that you make Superman look young, like Superboy, and Skylar Patridge, who's the artist, nailed it is by giving him chucks. He's wearing chucks, so like you know that he's a lot younger.
My entire takeaway from that comment is that by wearing chucks, I am still a young man. I'm trying to
He
get
says that he struggles to lift the leg all the way up to the camera.
I broke my ear.
Ow, my thigh.
But you know what this comic does is this makes me wish that there were a super son comic, whatever they're calling him now, John Kent, because he's college aged now in comics, and I feel like they should be
a little older.
I think he's going to college.
He aged 10 years, and he was already like 12, 13 when he was running around with Robin and the Super Son. So I think you're 23 after college or something like that, right? If you stay on.
I thought he was like 8, like when he got shunted off.
Oh, no, I think he has to be a little older than that.
So I thought he was like a little kid when he.
We'll have to get Mark Waid on the show to tell us.
Yeah,
this is. We can also circle back around when we get into show pitches. Transformers, the latest issue of Transformers. Again, this is a war comic, not a Transformers comic.
Although I do.
haven't read it.
Okay, this goes back to my prior complaint about this, right? And I'm kind of wondering if Daniel Warren Johnson watches the show. There is finally a G.I. Joe reference. It's very minor, and I don't understand how, if the events in Transformers is consuming the West Coast, how is the G.I. Joe team not involved? Right? I don't know. I feel like if they're building the Energon universe, they're doing a really bad job of tying together the Energon universe here on Earth.
I think what's going to happen is that Daniel Warren Johnson finishes out at 25.
Okay.
And then when Robert Kirkman takes over with Dan Mora, which, like, goodness gracious,
yeah,
that's when things are going to be kicking off for like a larger crossover.
That makes sense. But I mean, it's just a bummer because I like Johnson.
Yeah.
Generally, I like what he's done with this. I just feel like if this had been a standalone comic, not part of this Energon universe, it would be fine. But by being part of this bigger universe that Kirkman and others are building, this just feels like the weird title that doesn't fit in, you know? So
I also don't feel that they're what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I feel like G.I. Joe is taking place in a more condensed version of time. Like, they're not caught up. Like, for me, Transformers
interesting. Okay.
is like moving at a much faster pace in their own time frame.
That makes sense.
G.I. Joe is.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna like, maybe, I don't know. I just could be making that up in my head. Um,
I'm pretty excited because Warren Johnson's gonna. I don't know how long he's gonna. They haven't announced it fully, but he's gonna be part of the Absolute Batman annual coming
Yeah.
up.
That's
So it's
right.
like, DC
Hope he-
sending a DC artist to Transformers, and in return they're sending them another artist.
it's a swap.
Yeah.
Swap. The latest Batman Dark Patterns.
Oh.
This is such a good comic. This is my favorite Batman comic, I think.
100% agree. This is the Batman comic I want to just hand off to anyone. Although I was saying to Jeff before the show, this issue, or I guess the storyline, is the first one of all these three issue like arcs.
Yeah.
That feels like the previous arcs are tying together. Like prior to this story, I thought like what I was kind of intrigued by with the series was it just felt like the series was these little 3-issue stories that were disconnected, but now we're finding out they are connected. So,
but I think it's cool because it doesn't give off that. So you're
Right.
always discovering it as the reader the same way Batman is discovering
Yes.
it as the detective and the character.
absolutely. Yeah. So,
2 more comics that I finished for this week. Probably the top 2 contenders for my favorite comics for the week.
we all read the same stuff.
Jackpot.
Fantastic Four #1. God, I love this book. I love
What'd
the
you think?
story. I love that they're lost in time. I love that they all know what to do. They're all smart about it. They all trust each other. God, this is such a good book.
It is.
I also absolutely loved it. I will say, I mean, first of all, Humberto Ramos coming into this book is like fantastic because I can't think of another word. My only thing, this is normally for his previous run, I felt like most of the issues could be standalone, where I feel like this one is actually maybe being written for the trade, or at least 2 or 3 parts. I feel like this isn't going to be resolved in one.
Well, but this also mirrors the way his last series began, right? There was this big story that kind of went over the first 4 or 5 issues, probably for the first trade, and then they sort of became standalone after that, you know?
Another one of my favorite
Also-
things is turning to the last page and seeing the ad for Uncle Scrooge
Yes.
#1 hurts
I
my
did that too. Oh man!
Did you guys read the thing by Ryan North? The little was it at the beginning or at the end? I can't remember where it was.
I think it's at the end, right? This
Yeah.
part, the
Yeah.
front page.
Yeah. So he says something about how. So I just love Ryan North so much. I'm like, I trust him with everything. And he says something about there's a reason why this is the #1 issue, because it also has the legacy issue like numbers in the thing. And he's like, there's a reason why we relaunched, and because this starts off in such a way where you're like, well, it feels like they're about to just make a resolution to the One World Under Doom storyline, just in Fantastic Four #1. And you're like, what's going on? Like, it's just like right off the bat, you're like, is this going to end right here? What are you talking
That's
about?
100% what I thought was going to happen. Yeah.
I also thought, like, am I about to get Secret Wars again, where like all these new titles came out, and the other thing wasn't finished yet? But I don't think that's definitely not the case.
No, so it's a fun little switch because you're like, well, he's just getting rid of them again, swatting them away again.
Which I feel like he does because he realizes they're the only ones that can actually defeat him, right?
Yeah.
And so he has to separate them. Now, the reveal when we get to, so again, like you said, they're kind of all displaced in time. The reveal at the end with Sue, I was absolutely like, oh shit, I don't know how they're going to handle this. Like, I don't know how they're going to get out of this.
It is so good because it pits like Dr. Doom, like this is how you get rid of the Fantastic Four. Like, and it's such a smart way to get rid of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Evil, smart, genius, maniacal bad guy stuff. I love it. And then they're the smartest ones that they have to overcome they have to work the problem. It's so good, and it's not punching monsters. It's like them working the problem.
Well, except when Ben has to fight dinosaurs.
Except for when they do have to punch monsters. But it's
But I do also, and I need to go back and reread it. But I feel like this is also a callback to that, I think amazing one-shot Doctor Doom story that North did in FF, right? Where isn't it like him trying, like every attempt he makes to defeat the FF is always like it never happens, right? And so now the callback is he kind of knows the way to defeat them is to separate them, right? Like I'm gonna put you in different times, and so if the FF works as a unit. If you separate them, they won't, So, so good. So good.
Yeah, taking away their powers wouldn't work, but maybe separate. Wait, is that the only Fantastic Four book you read this week, Jeff?
I have not gotten to the other one yet.
Okay.
Yeah. But the last book I have read this week is the newest, Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees. I cannot recommend this book enough. You do kind of have to read the first volume.
Yes, I agree.
It will definitely make you care more about these characters.
Do we have that in the folder? The trade?
The trade isn't out yet.
Okay.
Maybe it is. But if not, maybe check Hoopla because I know if it is out, it should be on there. But I'll take a look. We should have the individual issues, but we can have the watermark, so maybe you want to check it out without.
All right, that sounds good.
And they have a really nice collection for it too. Like I don't know if that, IDW does some really cool collections because that's kind of their. I feel like that's their forte, right? Like collections. So
an artist edition. If I didn't have all the individual issues of Beneath Beneath the Trees, that artist edition would be the thing I'd go after because.
See, and it's funny because I bought the first issue and really liked it, and then I think I had this moment of I'm just going to wait for the trade. Like I feel like this is a trade read, So
I've been doing that a lot more. Where I'm like, I'm gonna maybe stop by. Like this is a mini series. I'd rather just have the collected thing because I know I'm either gonna buy it again or it'll be nice.
Right.
Comic prices have been creeping up a lot lately. Like I started looking. Because most of the time they're like $3.99.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, most of them are like, wait, this is a $5, $4.99 now. This is a $5 comic.
I mean, the I love the Jay and Silent Bob one with Archie, but that was an $8 book for only $40.
Yeah.
So I'm like, normally like $8 gets you like 60 pages or something, right?
I almost didn't get it because of that price point. Like, I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. Yeah.
Did the front Kavia cover put it over the top?
I can never say no to his stuff. I love it. I love it. So
yeah.
I mean, even I haven't read it yet, but the Marvel swimsuit issue is like $6. So the $8 Clerks thing is insane. That's you have to pay for like 4,000 covers. So.
Yeah,
that's true. Which I was shocked you both got the standard FF #1 cover. Did no one get the? Because I got this one.
I wanted the. Who was it? Let me look. I almost got that one.
There was one I almost got that I put back. It's like a aerial view of them in the lab.
The reason I didn't get a variant, I was like. I can't choose between the variants, so I'm just gonna take the main cover.
That's fair.
When I can't decide between variants, I just go to the main cover because I'm like my collector brain just like feels a little bit okay about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a Cliff Chang variant that I wanted, but this story.
Yeah. Quick comment from
Carlos with the hot take.
I like Superman's costume in the new movie. He's got his undies out. We'll definitely talk when we do our full, because Josh hasn't seen it, Carlos. Whenever we do our foil episode, we'll definitely talk about the costume. It's definitely on my notes.
I mean, it'll probably be next week, right? Because I'll see it on Sunday.
So. Yeah. Josh doesn't know about the George Clooney, Mr. Mixel.
Do we get a revival of the Flash end scene where Clooney shows up as Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Clooney's just gonna be in every movie going forward.
I love it. I'm here for it.
We cast Chris O'Donnell as Batman.
Yeah.
So
finally. I do love going to the Alamo because I could just take notes. Like I have one of the order cards is full of notes.
That's, are you writing in the dark? Because my eyes are
They have also this movie's pretty bright.
Okay, all right.
If it was Zack Snyder Man of Steel, I wouldn't be able to take notes. But let's see. Carlos in the chat as well. My girlfriend really liked the movie, so we're gonna watch the OG Superman with Reeves to see which one she likes more. Well, Carlos, we gave you the recommendation of what to watch last week, so
Yeah.
let us know how it all turns out. I'm definitely gonna make these guys watch Man of Steel at some point, and then we'll talk about that, and we'll just have all three. I think those are the three big Superman. No offense to Brendan Routh and his movie.
I'll watch that one again. I mean despite having Kevin Spacey in it, but
Steel first.
I will
make sure.
I will watch a Buns of Steel workout.
Tybo, bringing Tybo back. All right, Jeff, that was all you read, right? So
that was all I read. I still have a stack
Josh,
of
why
unread.
don't you kick us off with more stuff that you read?
Yeah, this is the rare week. I actually read nearly everything.
That's why he couldn't go watch Superman, because he was watching other movies and reading comics.
Yeah. Damn me. I won't spoil anything because I know Jeff hasn't read this yet. Sorry, it's so bright. Ooh, nice cover.
I wanted that one, but
I love this one. Yeah, this is Noto, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing I really like about this. Everything in this is in universe, including all of the ads.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a proper tie-in, so that everything is part of the universe, like an artifact from that universe. Yeah, even the opening.
It's put out by the Future Foundation in universe to the people of this world so that they understand who the Fantastic Four are.
Here's my question though. Was anyone else shocked that this was by Hickman? This did not feel like Hickman to me.
Matt Fraction.
Oh fuck! It is Matt Fraction. God damn it! Sorry, this feels like Matt Fraction. Okay, yeah.
But it didn't feel like the Fraction book.
Oh, I mean, it was a little lighthearted. I thought it was fractiony.
It feels more like Matt Fraction than John Hickman.
Yeah, there's
it does.
Don't worry, we'll be reading Matt Fraction when we get to Batman #1 in September.
Which I am intrigued by, but I do love also. Okay.
I hope Bruce Wayne has a sweater that says "I'm not Batman." I am Batman.
I am Batman.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to look at it at all, Danny?
Which one?
Batman
#1?
The new Batman?
Not yet. I am working on reading.
I know retailers. Some retailers have read the first issue.
No, I don't have DC access right now, and I need to get it back, but it's a little tough with everybody prepping for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Over at the marketing, so I'm just gonna probably wait till after Comic-Con to reach out to my contact directly. But yeah, I definitely have to get it back before September because I need to read that. Back to FF though.
All right, so here are my other questions for it. All right. First off, I'm assuming because this is a tie into the movie, we're gonna get a Mole Man in the film, and I'm wondering who is playing him.
It's Paul Walter Hauser.
Who's that?
He did what's that movie called where he stops a bomb? He's like he stops a bomb during he stops a bomb during the Atlanta Olympics.
Oh wow, I don't know any of this.
It's that Clint Eastwood movie.
Which one?
It's the Clint Eastwood movie about Atlanta. Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I just
so.
He's also in the new Naked Gun. He's one of the cops, and then the chubby.
Oh, I know exactly who you mean then. Okay, because I can see him now. All right.
Also, man, sorry to derail again, but that Naked Gun movie looks like so much fun because I've seen it. It plays in front of like every movie that I've seen over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm really really on board. But yeah, anyway, back to.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just say this. I like how this issue basically retells the first issue of FF, but with a lovely, surprising twist.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, this was great. I really, really liked it. I asked you guys in chat because this kind of made me start wondering. There is an ANSA. Sorry, it's backwards. There's an ANSA call out, which makes me wonder: is this universe tied to Planet of the Apes?
I think they also had I know they love doing stuff like that where like Coca-Cola is not named Coca-Cola, but it's something different and stuff. Like I think Into the Spider-Verse did it too, where it's like because it's an alternate dimension, like things are the same but a little bit different. So that just to me feels like instead of NASA they created an ANSA.
Yeah, but if that feels very, I mean, I feel like Matt Fraction would be aware of ANSA is the space agency in Planet of the Apes, you know? So I don't know.
I'm just in a tinfoil hat.
But I do want to point out in the comic, canonically, he does not mind saying it's clobbering time. So
well, this is put out by the Future Foundation. So
is this the comic that they reference?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
In the trailer, it's because of the cartoon. So, like, if you're putting something out,
that makes sense.
The Future Foundation may be pushing that as a PR thing.
Yeah,
he loves saying it's clobbering time, but like maybe Ben doesn't really do that during the movie.
I totally missed that. I forgot they refer to the comic, and this is the comic. Oh, good job, Marvel. I like that.
It's a really well put together movie time. Like this is how movie time should work.
Yeah.
So.
It also makes me think they're not going to retell the origin story. I feel like they're going to do like Homecoming.
It might just be those little things during the show, like when they go to that, the variety show or whatever. So
right, yeah, I think so. All my other stuff is Robert E. Howard related. So issue 22 of Command.
And yet Jim Zub still avoids, even though Josh is probably like the main readership of this line.
Love me some Jim Zub. Yeah,
is this a Conan title or is this a manga?
I feel like that'd be a fairly easy one, right? But I will do it. So yeah, Conan number 22.
The Blood Hordes of Wraithwind.
God damn it! Now my brain's just stuck on that.
My Sumerian boyfriend is lost at sea with a pirate princess. That's the manga for Conan.
Here's one thing I really like about this series that I've kind of always liked, which is I love the fact they really go whole hog into just old, like Silver Age, Bronze Age, like splash pages and titles and fonts. Like they've always done this, and I really dig it. It just makes me feel like I'm reading classic comics again.
I don't know if the interior artist is the same as the cover artist, but it's almost like they have to draw two covers for the book.
Yeah,
like the actual cover and then the opening page, which which back in the day probably would have been the cover.
Yeah, absolutely. I also read issue 4 of Solomon Kane.
Oh, that's a cool cover too.
It's a beautiful cover. I want to give props on this because it's going to come up again in a moment. So this series, my understanding is spun out of Savage Sword because the artist and writer of this is a guy by the name of Patrick Kirkner. And he, I did not know this until he said at the end. Oh, I'm sorry, not Kirkner, Zurcher.
Oh, Patrick Zurcher, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he was drawing Savage Avengers, which I did not realize. And they really liked his stuff with Conan in that book. And so they brought him on, and he really wanted to do a Solomon Kane story. So he did one multi-part story in Savage Sword. In black and white, it was beautiful. It was really good. And so they said, all right, we're going to give you a 4-issue arc to do this. This 4-issue arc, so it ends here, is fantastic. It's really good. It's not just well written and well drawn, but it also does a thing where, again, kind of like the Energon universe isn't doing. They're doing a really good job of tying all this stuff together. So the Serpent Ring in this, if you've been reading Conan, ties back to some of the events in earlier Conan books, right? But it's not like you have to have read them to understand this. Like you could read this completely on its own. It will stand alone. It's fine. Highly recommend this. I'll say, and I think I said this when I read the first issue. The first issue is a little rough because it's really doing a lot of world building. It kind of throws you in right in the middle. It's a lot of different parts happening. By about the end of issue 2, everything coalesces, and then the plot and the script get really tight at that point. But I mention that because the new issue of Savage Sword of Conan came out, and the main story in this is a Conan story by Patrick Zerker. So he wrote it and drew it as well. And man, does he do a good job. I don't think I've really seen him do a Conan story yet. But it's just beautiful. It's great. I really like his stuff. He's kind of becoming my second favorite after Zub and the amazing artists he has, like Braithwaite and others. Zerker's kind of becoming my second favorite Robert E. Howard signature, story stuff. Yeah, he's doing a great job. So anyway, yeah. And I'm not all the way through with this yet, but it's really good so far.
A big book.
It is a big book. Yeah.
Big sword.
Well,
we
covered almost everything. But I did read the Marvel swimsuit issue. I will tell you.
Is Reed doing a lot of work there?
There's a lot of articles in this. All right. Yeah, I wanted one of the wraparound covers, but I didn't see any in my shop. So it's cool because it actually works in the pin. Now, normally it's just a bunch of pinups, all kind of like a collection of pinups. But this actually has a story where the pinups are incorporated into the story. So it's quite fun. I think who's this written by? It's drawn by Nick Bradshaw. I know that. Who's the writer though? I forgot who. Tim Seeley and Tony Fleegs, who did that Image book, the superhero that goes back home. Tony Fleegs is also doing the Zombie Cats, Feral.
Feral,
and then the cartoon, the one where they go fight cartoons. Uncanny Valley.
Oh, Uncanny Valley, yeah.
Local Man is the other book that they were doing together.
That's doing a Thing book right now.
What's that?
He's doing a Thing. He's doing a Thing book right now.
He's doing that Thing
series.
What I like about this, you can see Rogue almost touching Miss Carol Danvers. Yeah, with her bare hand. Very funny. Fun little.
You touch the Hulk? I would touch the Hulk too. Might as well. They're right next. Like just get both powers. And then if you play Marvel Rivals, like you get a bunch of stuff. Like you get to see some of the. There's like a code here to get the thing as well. I don't know how that works. Too old for that. I also read Absolute Superman #9. Superman that joined the Omega Man. Who knows? Probably.
Who knows?
It makes sense. But yeah, I really like this book. It's still such a Jason Aaron, so good. So yeah, it's really cool. And then the last thing I read, I read more things, but one of them was digitally through our comp. Rick and Morty versus the Universe is the first kind of comic book event in the Rick and Morty comics universe from Oni. It's really cool. Rick, if you watch Rick and Morty, I love that they can do some stuff like this, where you will believe everything is pretty much canon because they go around through all the multiversal stuff they do. In this one of Rick's friends called Prime from the original universe, he he's like an interdimensional being, almost like Eternity in the Marvel universe. But he's getting married. Rick throws him a bachelor party, and then shenanigans ensue from there, which eventually cause all the multiverses to be against Rick, and so they got to figure that out. And then it's gonna have like spin-off books out of this, so they're really, really milking that.
That reminds me, Danny, I meant to ask you, did you watch the new episode with the James Gunn, Zack Snyder cameos? Is it good? I haven't seen it yet.
I thought it was really funny. Like their cameos really, like James Gunn is more of an actual character. Zack Snyder is more of a cameo.
Okay.
If you guys remember, a few months ago, we saw a picture of James Gunn and Zack Snyder like hanging out, and nobody knew what the heck was happening.
Oh, is that why?
They were recording this. They were recording the voices for Rick and Morty, but obviously they had to keep it on the wraps.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is them in the show. Like
okay, cool.
So like any joke that you see there, like it was, I guess, pre-approved or they're cool with them, I guess.
Yeah,
So I mean, Zack Snyder and James Gunn go way back, right? They did Dawn of the Dead together. Yeah, the remake is written by James Gunn and directed by Zack Snyder.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah. I also read Transformers Worst Spot Ever.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Little ballpoint story by Brian Smitty Smith and Mars Jr. It's really fun. Like, it's definitely this doesn't have anything to do with the Transformers universe that's going on right now. It's just about this one Decepticon called Ballpoint. He, for some reason, he turns into a pen. He's tiny, and he just thinks he's the coolest shit ever. Like he's. I don't want to compare him to Scrappy Doo because he's actually likable.
Okay,
kind of like that, where he's like he thinks he's cool. He thinks everybody likes him, and then through some events, like he gets kicked out of the Decepticons. So now he's trying to figure out what the heck is he gonna do. It's a very quick read. I think it's like 100 pages if you take out all the extra credits and all this stuff. But it's really funny. Like I don't normally laugh out loud when I'm reading comics. Like there's funny comics out there, but not everything makes you laugh. But this one's really funny. And then obviously the Transformers are drawn in this kind of like very not ridiculous, but just more of a silly, goofy type of way. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed that.
Here's what I find so funny, because I feel like Free Comic Book Day had like their release was a preview of this, right? It was not the whole issue. But can you imagine being a kid and reading Ballpoint and then being like, well, I'm going to go read this other Transformers comic by Daniel Warren Johnson. You're like, oh my God, what's going on?
Holy moly. Optimus just squished the deer.
But he buried it, so it's okay.
Starscream just clapped the man in half, Mom.
Ballpoint isn't in this issue at all.
All right, I picked up.
I'm gonna watch the Transformers movie from 1986. I bet that's lighthearted and fluffy.
Mom, can we watch Transformers by Michael Bay?
Oh my
God! Just like my Ballpoint comic.
Oh, good Lord.
All right, I picked up a few other things. The Gotham City Sirens book. I'm picking up these foil covers. They're all connected. It's really cool, but I haven't read it. I don't know if this is the last issue of Legacy of Vader, but I think this completes the arc regardless, so I need to catch that up. Predator, Black, White, and Blood.
Black, White, and Blood.
Really cool. I mean, Predator's having a field day, but because the Predator's blood is also green, they get a little bit more leeway on. They can use green and, they can use all kinds of blood, like green blood and red blood. So it's a nice way to stretch the premise of these books. I haven't read this next Ultimate Incursion, but I do have it. And then, of course, I don't know if this is the last issue of Hello Darkness, but it's the 12th issue of Hello Darkness.
Interesting.
And then the last thing I picked up, and I don't know if you guys saw this at the shop, but I had to pick it up. The gigantic Superman Treasury 2025.
It's huge.
It's huge. Here, let me
Yeah.
look at that. I haven't read it all.
How many
but I mean,
pages is it?
Huh?
How many pages is it? It was like $15, right?
It's $15. It doesn't have a page count. I'll say
It
this
looks pretty
though.
thick.
One of
It's
the
more of a-
things that one of the things that detracts me from reading my comics physically is that the print sometimes is very small. Not a problem here. Like here, let me show you.
Damn.
Yeah, it's great. I love Bruno Redondo, and yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna keep this. It's already getting damaged, but it's okay.
Good luck trying to find a bag and board for that.
I know. I'm gonna have to custom build one. I'm gonna ask Carlos if he can 3D print me a comic case for that. Yeah. So yeah, really cool. I haven't read it all. I read like the first few pages, and I'm like, I need to sit down and actually read this and enjoy it. So we'll probably have a review for that on the channel. Did I have any? I think that's all I had as far as comic books go. Let me check because I do have one thing I want us to do before we get out of here, but we still got a few minutes. Did you guys show us all the comics? Is there anything you bought that you haven't read?
No.
Picked up the newest X-Men Uncanny that I hadn't read yet.
Jeff's hanging on to a few X-Men threads.
Yeah, the Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that series too.
This one, Kelly Sue DeConnick's FML. I love this book. This book.
You finally came back from break, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I read that first issue and I really liked it. I need to.
That's definitely.
It's also
a trade.
printed on that crazy paper that smells real cool.
Oh man,
Is
we just had a set drop for Star Wars Unlimited.
Oh,
So,
nice.
I've been living with like fresh cardboard smell in my desk. I finally organized everything. Yeah, very cool.
What's your favorite smell, Josh?
Old books. So
Mold.
Yes, exactly.
On the channel this week, we do have a review for The Mummy, the Universal Monsters. I did a video for all 4 issues, so if you haven't read that, make sure to check it out. And we'll also have a review for Psylocke Volume 1 dropping this weekend, and also I already shot it. I haven't edited the Godzilla Heist 1 through 5, which Jeff didn't enjoy as much, but I liked it. So we have a little short about that where I pulled that conversation out and people seem to enjoy it. All right. Before we do the last thing, do you guys have any books you're looking forward to next week? Because I thought that was a very fun exercise we did last week, and might as well.
I gotta go look.
I need to look. Yeah, let me
And
check.
I can start. Well, maybe not. Speaking of Zack Snyder, next week from Titan Comics, we're getting Rebel Moon Nemesis. This is one of the characters from the Rebel Moon films. Finally getting, well, I guess not finally, not like people were clamoring for it, but it is a miniseries written by Gil Simone and obviously based on the characters by Zack Snyder. So
That's interesting.
Yeah, I really like these little one shots. Like there was a previous one that the House of the X Blood, I think it was called, and I like that world of Rebel Moon. Like the movies, I think they're not my favorite Zack Snyder movies, but I enjoy them enough that I want to know more about these characters. And Nemesis is the cool one that holds the sword that light on fire, which, you know, the lightsabers. Like, check out that cover by Kel and you. Like, yeah, it's really cool. And I love Gail Simone's writing, so like, I'm super on board for this. All right, Jeff, did you find something that you're looking forward to next week?
Yeah, I get a couple of some of my series that are coming back. The Blood Brothers Mother, issue number 4, the Distillery comic, the Western.
The Distillery book.
It's the Distillery, Brian Nazarello.
Yeah.
Eduardo Rizzo Western, which again has been so long since the last one. I'm like, I gotta dig those out to kind of refresh. But every single issue is like it's just like classic Western stuff.
Yep.
Also, the Tin Can Society issue number 7 is coming out.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one. Oh.
If you're a Star Trek fan, that Red Shirts book, I got to read it a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed it, and I don't even care for Star Trek that much. That sounded harsher maybe than I meant it, but it's written by Christopher Canwell, who's like done a whole bunch of stuff that we like here on the show. That Out of Alcatraz book is by Christopher Canwell, so like if you want to see him do Star Trek stuff, yeah. And Megan Levins is the artist on that. Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I like the premise of like seeing these red shirts and having to go through all this nonsense. So, and then the last one I'll talk about, and then I'll let Josh get a turn. Gary Duggan and Jay Lee are coming out with a new book from Image called This Ends Tonight.
I saw that. Yeah.
We just got the preview for it, so I haven't read it, but I'm very excited. So there you go. All right, Josh, what about you?
Los Monstros number 3 comes out. I'm still really enjoying that, so be on the lookout for that. I'm kind of intrigued by the new EC title, Catacomb of Torment, number 1. However, here's where I go back and forth. I've kind of bounced off of the other one with Blood, whatever. Like, I think for me, I don't want an ongoing storyline. I want just anthologies from these. Right?
Only anthology. Okay.
But so I almost was like, I'm not interested in this until I saw the lineup of creators. You've got John Arcudi, you've got Matt Kent, you've got Dave Lapham, Marguerite Bennett. It is a fantastic lineup of creators on this. So I'm going to give it a shot because I do love both Matt Kent and Dave Lapham.
And this is an anthology. It's the focus of it is like body horror.
Oh, I see. Okay, I missed that.
I think we got one of them was dark fantasy, one of them was more sci-fi, one of them was very straight up just horror. The first
horror,
one, the Abyss. So this one, a new here. Let me tell you the description they have: a new horror host with an unhealthy interest in human anatomy. So it's gonna be pretty gnarly, I think.
Surprise! It's Kevin Smith with his film about making the Walrus Man. What is that?
Tusk.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it.
A little bit Swiss Army Man, you know.
Yeah.
The next anthology series will be about spreadsheets.
the horror of spreadsheets.
Yeah. Whatever. Spreadsheets are great. You guys are crazy. All right. Anything else, Josh?
Nope. That was it.
Josh, anything else?
No. Godzilla Attacks the Marvel Universe also coming out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Wonder Woman. Next week we will very likely be talking about Superman 2025. So drop your questions in the chat, in our post, on my socials, wherever you want to drop them. So to close out the show, I don't know if you guys have seen the full trailer for King of the Hill, the new series that's coming out in August.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
And then
do it.
So here's the trailer for King of the Hill. There we go. And then let me know if you guys can hear it. There.
Oh, man, look at that Return of the Dang Old King, man. Oh, wow. I'm getting a hug. Okay. Emotional.
It's been hard with you and Peggy gone, Hank. I might have let myself go a little.
The world has changed, Dad.
I don't know how to kick someone's ass over Zoom, but I'll figure it out. Huh. Okay. Is that a...
Don't worry. They're both all gender.
Uh-huh. Are we all gender?
5 stars?
I'm gonna give you a 4. That way it gives you something to work towards. If you ask me, 5s should be rare in this world.
We sure are. I do not want to be conceited, but I have been told my whole life I'm a 5.
Irashamase, Vilcome. I'm your chef, Bobby Hill. Dang it! Nowadays, beer is fruitier, bolder, more assertive.
I've been drinking beer for 40 years, and I never wished once that it tasted more like fruit. I love to dance with clear rules and instructions.
I love that.
Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The vegan? What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
Can't we just put some grass in a bowl?
I cannot believe they're allowing it to happen openly in the streets.
Fake sport, man. You got to tackle something, man. The thing they don't tell you about retirement is there's so much time to fill.
Honey, you do not need to get up at the crack of dawn every morning.
Peggy, I didn't retire to sleep my life away like some Nepo baby.
It's Bobby. Hello, honey. So glad you called. Ooh. Are you eating something? Let me hang up and call back.
It looks great.
It does.
Because it feels, it's one of the things that bringing back King of the Hill after so long feels like a thing that could have gone really badly, because like it could be full of just bad jokes about, like, you know, I don't know, Gen Z or Gen A or whatever, like whoever you want to go after now, or like, but it really feels like, yeah, this is where the characters would have gone afterwards, right? Like Bobby being a chef makes perfect sense, but maybe he's not very good at it. I don't know. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. I really like that.
I do feel like Hulu has carved out a place for themselves with bringing back animated shows and doing it in a way that feels authentic. Like they did it with Futurama. They're doing it with King of the Hill. You know, like, props to them. I think that's fantastic. So,
yep. I don't want to go back and watch all of King of the Hill, but there are a few episodes that I'm like, I should check that one out again.
Yeah, it's the perfect show to just kind of throw on in the background, you know.
Yeah.
So,
and it'll be interesting to see what they do with some of the things that haven't probably aged very well, like, you know, what was the name of the neighbors?
Khan.
Yeah.
They did recast them. I saw that headline.
Yeah.
So.
And then, of course, there's a few people that have passed since, like Luann, and the actor who voices Dale Gribble, like very recently, I believe he passed. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I hope that the show's a little bit more. I always felt like the show was a lot more about Bobby, so I hope that keeps up. Even though he's in Dallas, I feel like they're gonna find a way to make him go back.
Interesting.
Although Arlen technically is not that far from Dallas, I think the show made it a little farther than normal.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
it's like Garland.
It's supposed to be Garland. Yeah.
So,
it can't be more. Arlen can't be more than 45 minutes away from Dallas.
I mean, it depends what time of the day you're going.
Yeah, boy, is that true.
All right.
45 minutes to the Dallas city limits. Then whatever happens after that.
Yeah, I'm getting a message from our producer.
Wrap it up.
Oh God, are we part of LexCorp?
I forgot to mention that at the top of the show. We have been acquired by LexCorp.
Oh, great!
And we'll only have anti-Superman propaganda going forward. So it's a new edict. All right. Well, there you have it. Like I mentioned, we got a whole bunch of things coming up on the show, including our Superman show next week. Hope that's pretty much that. It's almost set in stone what we're gonna do, but
yeah,
you never know. But yeah, we'll have a lot more stuff. I'll be going over to Zeus later to try to get some Superman swag because big fanboy's gonna be there. So if you're local to the North area, Zeus Comics from 3 to 4, I believe.
What is Fanboy?
Big Fanboy is like a movie review website.
Okay.
It's run by if you've been to I guess it's called the Dallas Comic Book Show now. Mark runs that website. He kind of
in my head it was like somebody that's kind of like the Costco guys.
Oh no!
Where it was just like he does the weird chin thing and he gives it like,
well,
I'm giving it 5 booms.
Costco guys, you can go to Starcast in Arlington.
And do not
AJ Boom and the other guy, the big, I don't know the Costco guys. The Rizzler is not there, unfortunately.
What's the point?
I don't know. And why would they bring AJ Boom when they already have Adam Cole, baby?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're into wrestling, like there's a whole lot of wrestling this weekend.
I have no clue what names you guys are saying.
I went to Starcast.
I could have aced wrestling names versus manga.
Maybe. Well, I would say you could put it together, but I feel like only Josh would be playing.
We could do. It would take some research, but I could do. Soap opera storyline, wrestling storyline, or X-Men storyline.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, if you guys like the manga segment or the other thing we did the other day about the comic book pricing, like, well, I'm trying to come up with more of that stuff. So it's just a little more time consuming than me yelling at a microphone. But I'll make time for it. I can make time by just listening to my audiobook now. I guess
there you go.
Is that why people listen to audiobooks?
I guess so. I can't do audiobooks while doing something else. Like I have to get I can drive and do audiobooks, but I can't do like work in audiobooks.
You're sitting at a light. Dad, come on. Pause the book.
No, it's a good bit. Everyone has to wait.
Well, I'm too ADHD for audiobooks because I'll be listening and then somebody like the book will say something and my brain will be like, I'm gonna keep on that thought. And then like my brain will play something else out. Meanwhile, the book is still going, and it's like 20 minutes has passed, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I have to rewind. And
yeah.
See, when I was growing up, I would be. I mean, we had a grocery store that was attached to our house, but it was kind of like a condo, so it was separated.
Okay.
So I would be left in the apartment, and my parents would be running the store, so they would just leave the TV on. So I kind of need the TV on all the time, even when I'm doing other stuff. Like when I'm reading comics, I put on wrestling, and I just kind of do both things at the same time. So I feel weird just doing one thing now.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like doing this show is killing me. Like I need to. No, like this is like if I'm talking to somebody else, I don't need to be doing something else. But like if I'm just like watching, like if I'm watching something. It's got to be real. Like Superman, focuses my attention. But there's other stuff where like I'll throw Top Chef on while I'm doing some work or whatever.
Yeah,
like things like that.
Shark.
I'll do podcasts. Like I'll throw that on in the background when I'm doing work, but I'm really not listening to the podcast at that point. So
putting the slideshow together and all that, like things that don't require a lot. Obviously, I do want to focus on the book, so it's things that require minimal effort, like putting all those. I already had all the titles. I just needed to put stuff in the PowerPoint and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. And then if there's any other book recommendations, maybe I'll start listening to books. I don't know. It's a slippery slope, I hear.
I will throw this out there. I use a service called Libro.fm. Because you can, when you create an account, you can link it to a local indie bookstore. So I do Interrobang books, and if you buy audiobooks through them, it gives back to that bookstore. And when you buy audiobooks through them, you literally own the book. You can download the MP3 files and just own them without any DRM. So,
good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks for everybody that was in the comments. Carlos, big shout out. Let us know how you end up on your Superman journey. Very exciting stuff. And yeah, we'll do Man of Steel. We'll do Superman Returns. maybe we'll even revisit. Somebody said number 3 was interesting, and well, actually, it was actually during the Alamo thing. They mentioned
Oh, really?
they talked about.
Okay.
I won't spoil it because that's where you're going. But they mentioned something, and I was like, I completely forgot about that detail. Do I need to rewatch this again? Let's no, we'll see. Maybe this is the year of Superman, or maybe I'll forget about it when I have to watch Fantastic Four first a couple of times in a couple of weeks. So we'll see.
Awesome.
We could just
Thanks
we
for
could just watch
watching.
that I Love Lucy episode where Superman crosses over.
That's
that's
right,
That's the
yeah.
very first Avengers Endgame.
I didn't get there. I got there a little bit not late, but I mean, I wouldn't watch too much of the Alamo stuff. Maybe that was part of it. Yeah, interesting. All right, and if we get more buckets, I'll let you know.
Very
All
cool.
right.
More buckets.
I want more buckets.
Bye, everyone.
Awesome.
The most important thing in life will always be
Hell, Bebo.
Twitter loves you.
Simon Center, get the fuck out.